Hello everyone, welcome back. I've brought in my little Redwood group here. This is the one I got for Father's Day. It was in a kind of small rectangular pot, oval pot, quite narrow, and they were all rooted in together. So I just slip potted it into this as it was. I wasn't going to start taking them all apart and playing around with the roots. Wrong time of the year for it. So I just slip past them in this when I did it, and then when they were in here for a little while, I chopped them all back and worked on them, getting them into more singular trees rather than they were like growing as a lot of them were grown kind of clumpy. So now I just want to do another little bit of work on a little bit of pruning. We're getting lots of, again, more shoots shooting up, so we want to try and get it to one single leader each and get rid of all these shoots that are taking energy out of the trees, growing up the sides. In the spring I'll be repotting them and separating them all, bare rooting them because they're one big solid mass of roots. Obviously been in that pot for quite a while. So yeah, that will be all coming up. I want to do a bit of a landscape with them or something. We'll see. So it's been raining heavily, so as you see the soil, it's only newish soil anyway, is quite loose, so it's easy to get the roots out of, the weeds out of, and the weed roots I suppose. So as you can see, I've kind of kept it out of the wind. It's kind of partial shade out of the wind, basically kind of by my fence, so that it doesn't get a whole lot of sun, direct sun, and practically no wind really, just to help them to grow on a bit. The cuttings I took from these are all doing fine. I think there was one dead, so the rest look like they're all taking. So when I do decide to repot them, I'll probably have a few more little trees I can use to put in with them. Okay, so I'll just do all the weeding. As you see, there's a lot of big weeds in it. Just at the back here. We'll do all the weeding and then we'll come back then and have a look at the trees. Okay, so I've got the weeding done. I've noticed that all around the edge of the pot, especially at the back here, is full of roots. See them? I can't see them there now. Bring it a bit closer. You can see all the roots here from the trees. There's more, I don't know if you can see in there, but they're all starting to climb out the pot. So they're growing well. They're starting to fill the pot already with roots, so that's good. And so once the spring comes and we can get them out of this clump of what is basically compost in the middle here, what they were already planted in, and get them all into this kind of soil, so they'll be a lot happier. Okay, so we'll look at the trees now. I'll start with this one here. So I have a kind of a heavy shoot stump here coming off the side, which I left, so I'm going to take that out completely now. The one growing straight up, we'll take that one out. Another one here. This one's kind of coming forward, so we'll take them out. There's two of them here. And we'll leave the two of these, and then we'll decide on one of them to keep in the end eventually. And we'll put a little one here, I'll take off. I'll keep this longer one. So all the energy is going into the top of the tree. You can see this compared to down here. So I want to reduce this so that we can balance out the energy a bit better. This piece here we can reduce back. This one here is coming back and it's splitting. There doesn't seem to be anywhere where I can cut that one yet, so we'll leave that one. Although it has got 3 branches, so maybe I'll take that one out altogether. It has 3 coming from the same spot. Ideally I'd like to have separated them, moved them away from each other so you can work on each tree. It's hard to work on them when they're planted so close, and I don't want them growing, so that there are very little branches on the inside, because when I do come to replant them, then they're not going to look right. And they grow quick enough, but still want to do give them the best chance as we can. I have a big branch here growing straight up, so I'm going to take that one out. There's a lot of energy going into that one. I have another one here that's going straight up. We'll take that one off. Okay, so we have a heavyish one here, but it's splitting, so we'll take that to its first divide. This one, we'll take this one back as well. This one I'm going to leave. It can grow a bit thicker. It's dividing up quite a lot, but I want it to get thicker. Come up the tree, we just have these here, so there's nothing we can do with them. And there's no divides in them. They're directly opposite. We could do with getting rid of one, but I'll leave them for now. Eventually I'll decide. Like that, at the moment we're just kind of trying to reduce the tree back a little bit for the balance of the tree rather than styling the tree as such. Okay, now I've got this big one back here, but it splits off here, so I'll just take that one back to there. Again here we've got opposites, but again we'll leave it for now. This one up here splits here, so I'll just take that top off there, and I'll take this one right back. We have another branch here. Okay, so that's basically all I can do with this one at the moment, but it's thinned it out a good bit. Now this second one, we're going to try and figure out what's growing away here at the bottom. 2 coming out together there, so I'll get rid of that one. Again with one coming straight up here, so I'll take out that one. Seem to have a big clump of them growing here, so I'm just going to take a chunk of them out, leaving just the 1 or 2. You see this branch here is interfering with that one, but I don't want to get rid of it because I'll have nothing on this side of this tree then. And I know now it's okay because it's in the forest, but when I replant that I want to turn it. I don't want this in the front, so I'm going to need that branch. So we'll have to leave it. Let's come in here and have a look what we've got here. This one's divided, we'll take that out. It's got another small one under it, so I'll get rid of that. A few little ones, we'll just leave them. Have a big heavy one up here and reduce that back. And again up here I've got 2 opposite. I can reduce that one. And I think I might just chop that one back altogether. And then as we come up into the apex, I'm going to take these back. I'm not too bothered if I lose these when it sheds, because I'm going to move my tweezers so they'll end up in the bin. Yeah, it doesn't matter if I lose branches when it sheds its leaves. because I'll be probably practically restarting these anyway when I repot them. Now I've got two opposites here, and again they're very heavy. I'll leave this one for now, just take it right back, and this one I think I'll take off completely like that. Now I'm going to take off this back one, I think. I'm going to keep this one, let it grow as the new apex. Okay, so that's that tree done. Go around to this one at the back here now, it's a tall one. Okay, so again we have this branch here. I might just take it off here and leave this part. I'll just reduce it back through the first divider. I'll leave this one because eventually this one might end up, although it'll probably drop this in the winter anyway, but I'll leave it for now because this might end up replacing this if I don't keep that. Just up there I'll take out. And there was lots of little branches here, tiny little ones, so I'm not too worried about cleaning out all them. Just take one or two out, leave a couple so that we have a choice when the time comes. Same up here, I'll just take out a couple so we have a choice when the time comes. Leaving a couple. Have a branch here now. And that's dividing, so I'll just take the tip off that one. This one we'll take right back to here, to this first division. Now we're getting pretty high in the tree here now. It's dividing quite nicely. And again, we will just take them right back to the first branches. This branch I think is a bit heavy, so I'll take this one completely and leave this one opposite. And then at the top here, this will probably be the front of that tree. So I think I'm going to take off the whole top. I'm going to take off that back branch and leave this as the new apex because it's quite long there, and I probably will eventually with these when they start thickening up. There's a lot of length there. I'll probably, once they start growing and thickening up, reducing it like I did here. I chopped that left one and you can see how they sprouted up. Same here, same on this one. It's chopped here, and then this one grows, you chop it here, and then another lead grows, and then eventually I'll just keep chopping them until you have nice taper. You get it growing, get it so it heals up the last cut, and then I will chop this one again, and eventually they're kind of smoothing out. Well, that's what I did with my big guys, so that's what I'll do with these. Okay, so we have again another branch in here. You can reduce back. Like that. This is mainly just to create gaps in the trees so it's not all growing at one side. Eventually I'll probably or might have to practically start again with them, with the branching. They shed the leaves each year. So now this one's got quite a few bits growing up and splits off up here. This one I will take out. And then it splits into 2, 3 here. So I have to make a decision. decision is, do I keep, maybe I'll work on this one and we'll come back to this one so then we can see what we're doing. Okay, so again this one, we have some lower branches, we'll leave them, let them thicken up. They're all out facing, so maybe this one, possibly, we'll take that one back a bit. This one here, I think I can take that one back. We have a few bottom ones here, so I'll leave them again so we have a choice. We've got this heavy branch here. It's a bit heavy for up here. So I'll take it back to the junction for now. And I reduced these leaves just so we can get to that tree. It's got some growing straight up here. Again with another one here. It's kind of sprouting upwards. So I think I'm going to take it off completely. So what happens, you'll just get loads more small ones to choose from. And now as we come up the tree, now we can maybe decide this is probably will eventually end up the front. Now the other thing you got to think of is the heights of the trees. Do we want them all the same? Again, that could come afterwards, we can reduce them afterwards. This one's growing quite strong, but it's not as thick. Well, it is probably as thick as the others, and maybe not as thick as this one, so maybe we could leave this one grow and maybe turn out to make this one the main tree. But we do need to do a bit of pruning. So we have to decide on what we're going to keep. I'll reduce these back, and I'm going to take this one right back as well. In fact, I'm going to take this one right back because I will be taking that one off, I would say. That one's split into, we'll just take it there. And I'll take that there, and we'll leave the apex grow, and maybe that'll end up our tallest tree. And now we have this one, last one. And again, we've got all these small branches growing around the base, which I don't mind. We can pick then which one we want to keep when we decide what way we're going to replant it. Some of these small ones we'll just take out of here. Take this one off. So we've got quite a few here. There's one going straight up there we'll take out. This is starting to send out new shoots here, so I'll take that off there. This one's split in two, but we'll leave it to thicken. Oh no, actually, yeah, that one might drop once it hands off. And now the top is splitting into three, so we need to make a decision on what way we're going to have this tree. Are we going to chop it and make it kind of more of a like a multi-cathedral style on the top, or do we just take it back to one? And I think probably one is best. Keep them all growing. So if we're going to plant them in that together in a planting, we'll want them more or less the same. We'll just take them. Will I take the tip off that? No, I'll keep that as the apex. Let's take that one back. Again, we've got a few to choose from around here. I'll leave them for now. I'll peel this up, and then we'll pick what we want on it. Okay, so that looks to be it. what we'll do for the sake of it is any of these that are kind of hardened off a bit, we'll just take them back, bring them back a bit. Just like that. And we'll get our rooting hormone. If they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't. But that's where I've got so many of my trees from, just sticking the cuttings. And if they grow, they grow. Probably late in the year for these, but so we can always pick them out if they don't. These tend to root pretty easily from cuttings. So I'll just do that. I'll just stick all these in, and if they take, they take. Okay, so that's it. All thinned out. I'm gonna let the tops grow again, let them get strong, and like I said, when I do a repot, that's when I'll make a decision on the heights of each tree and things like that, and then we'll just chop them and take off one of these, chop them back to here, and let something like this be the new leader, and then you'll get taper. As you see now, the 3 chops, the 2 chops has created taper up to here, and then I'll chop it say here, and this grows new, and you'll get all the tape growing up, and you'll end up with quite a short, heavy tree. The cuttings are just stuck in, a few of them there, like that. They probably won't take, but a lot of them do take. I have a whole forest. I must prune up soon, and that's all made from cuttings. And it's surprising if they do take. When they do, they grow pretty quickly. So you may as well stick them in. And they'll let you know if they haven't taken. They'll go brown pretty quickly too, so you can just pull them out. But it's always worth it. No point throwing away possible. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new cuttings there. If 5 of them take, you've got another new little forest. So always worth a go. Okay, so we took out quite a bit. You can see there's quite a lot of foliage taken off there. But at least now we've got a bit of a styling started again. So we'll keep on top of it. I'll keep showing you how they're getting on. And yeah, and like I said, in the spring we'll repot them and do some sort of a better planting with them. Right, so as always guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.